make you bring your own damn bags to this place?
You don't just get to take your cards for free. That's very different than in Germany. Pfeffernüsse, Zimtsterne. You either love them or hate them. Growing up, we literally had an Aldi brand GPS. We had an Aldi brand laptop. This is already a lot, but it's still gonna be way cheaper than like 3 items at Kroger. Okay, what do you think how much it's gonna be? Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016. And today I'm coming to you from a very different location. Usually we don't really show our everyday life all that much, but today we're doing a highly requested video, and that is showing you the American Aldi compared to a German Aldi, and that is actually where we get most of our groceries from. So we're just doing a regular grocery run right now, and we're taking you with us. A lot of people don't actually know that Aldi, or I pronounce it the English way, but of course usually in German it's pronounced Aldi. So a lot of people don't realize that Aldi actually exists in the US, but in fact they have over 2,200 locations all over the US, mostly in the eastern part of the country, but it's spreading out more and more. The first one was opened in 1976, so a long time ago in Iowa. And as of 2022, they're actually the third largest grocer in the US by store locations. So after Walmart and Kroger, Aldi has the third most stores for a grocery store in the US.
Aldi is a German grocery store chain that belongs to the category of discount stores in Germany. It was actually the first of its kind. Today, stores like Lidl, which since 2017 also has locations in the US, Netto or Penny fall under that category as well, since they all sell groceries at very low prices by focusing on efficiency and a smaller selection rather than a comprehensive shopping experience. The history of Aldi goes back to the year 1913, when the Albrecht family founded a small corner grocery store in the German city of Essen. We would call that a Tante Emma Laden in German. In 1945, the sons of the family, Karl and Theo Albrecht, took over the family business and were soon able to expand. By 1955, the Albrecht company had over 100 locations in North Rhine-Westphalia. In the early 1960s, when traditional grocers struggled to compete with the new concept of self-serve supermarkets, the Albrecht brothers decided to stand out from the competition and opened their first discount supermarket in 1962 under the name Aldi, which stands for Albrecht Discount. Around the same time, Karl and Theo actually split ways and divided the company into Aldi Nord and Aldi Süd, North and South. It's not quite clear if this was due to a disagreement on whether or not to sell cigarettes or if it was a clash in management styles, but to this day, you'll exclusively find Aldi Nord stores in the north and east of Germany, while the southern part has Aldi Süd. Together, they now have over 4,200 locations in Germany and 11,000 worldwide. Besides the smaller product selection, at the beginning they only had about 300 products, the Aldi concept focuses on selling the products straight out of the pallets and boxes they were delivered in, and about 90% of their products are made by their own house brands. The Aldi locations in the US all belong to Aldi Süd, even though they're just called Aldi here. What many people don't know, though, is that Aldi Nord is very present in the US as well, since they own another very popular grocer, Trader Joe's. Now, Trader Joe's was founded in LA in 1958, but 20 years later, it was acquired by Aldi Nord. But you'd never know because Trader Joe's is very different from your typical Aldi store. But fun fact, Aldi Nord actually sells a few Trader Joe's products at their stores in Germany.
I see it. I see it. Aldi, my favorite place.
Okay, so we just parked, and usually what we do for our groceries is that we get most of our stuff at Aldi, actually. That's where we go first.
Yeah, and then we go to Kroger.
Yeah, and we go get all of our basics at Aldi for the main reason that it's way cheaper and also way quicker. I really like the fact that it takes us maybe about 20 minutes, I feel like, to go to Aldi.
Yeah, not very long.
Whereas going through Kroger,
it usually takes us like 45 minutes to an hour, minimum.
At least. Even if we only need a few things, because just everything is so widespread, the stores are so large, you easily get your 10,000 steps in, and then checkouts are extremely slow.
And there's also so much stuff, just in general.
Yeah. Now, if I were to go grocery shopping by myself, I'd probably have headphones on right now and I'd be listening to a soundscape on the Endel app, which, by the way, is also from Germany and the sponsor of today's video.
If you struggle falling asleep at night or need help focusing during the day when you're working at your laptop, or if you have trouble to fully relax after work and on the weekends, the customized soundscapes by Endel might be just what you need. You can choose between different modes like focus, relax, sleep, activity, and even more specific scenarios such as read, homework, power nap, chores, workout, you name it. There's even one that's called Rainy Outside, which sounds perfect for the fall. The AI-powered technology adapts the soundscapes in real time to personal inputs like location, weather, and even heart rate if you have an Apple Watch or a fitness tracker connected. Once you select a sound, you can then customize it according to your preferences and even set a duration. I personally use the focus mode the most because I am the queen of procrastination and getting distracted, so putting on my headphones and turning on the focus or deep work mode is perfect for me because it helps me to tune out everything around me and be a lot more productive. And as someone who's definitely not a morning person, I also love the smart alarm that softly wakes me up in the morning. And I even use Endel for power naps because it helps me to fall asleep super quickly, and I can set it to the perfect length, which for me is usually 20 or 25 minutes. The Endel soundscapes are actually based on neuroscientific and psychoacoustic principles, and according to a recent survey, they particularly help users with ADHD, tinnitus, and sleep disorders. So if you struggle with one of these things, this could be a game changer for you.
To try Endel yourself, just click the link in the info box below or scan this QR code and be quick because the first 100 people to download the app through this link will get a free week of audio experiences.
So one of the things that shocked me was they make you bring your own damn bags to this place.
You can also buy them there.
Yeah, you can buy them. I got one Aldi one, I got a Christmas one, another Aldi one, a couple more Aldi ones, I'm ready to go.
Okay, so the first thing is that just like at every store in Germany, we have to have a quarter that we put in, and it shows right there, quarter in, quarter back. You don't just get to take your cards for free. And then you put your quarter in, you get to release this chain, and then later on you plug it back in and you get your quarter back. So it's like a deposit system, which Germans love. And that's how it is at every grocery store, even the expensive ones in Germany.
Welcome to an American Aldi store. It looks pretty similar to an Aldi in Germany, even though there, they've actually renovated the stores in the last few years to make them look a little more high-end and not quite as much like a warehouse anymore. The US stores still kind of have that traditional Aldi look. By the way, in Germany, Aldis are all set up the same way, so if you know where things are in your Aldi location, you know it for all the stores, which I think is really practical and can save you a lot of time. In the US, Aldi stores usually start with the produce section, but after that, they're all set up a little differently. You can see all of the cardboard boxes here. By the way, when they have several boxes stacked on top of each other, it's sometimes a good idea to lift them up and see what the products look like underneath. And one thing that's good to keep in mind is that they usually stop refilling the produce section later in the day, so if you go in the evening, you might not have the best selection anymore. That's probably really good to prevent food waste though.
What did you find?
Pumpkin roll.
Nice.
Because it's fall time. And I need that.
I'm excited for that. And then this will be the bakery section, which is very different from the German bakery section, as you can tell. They have bagels, which isn't really something that you'll get in Germany. And then this is the bread, which is basically just toast. This is the stuff that looks a little bit better, but still, if you just push it in, not something that you want to eat, as a German at least. And of course, your like hot dog rolls and burger buns usually, which I don't know where those are. The burger buns. And that would be it.
For comparison, this is the bakery section at the German Aldi.
Oh yes, I love those. Those are the best cookies.
If you're an Aldi veteran, you know about these.
And of course, eggs are refrigerated, which is the case at all American stores. And that is because in the US, they wash the eggs, and so the protective coating gets removed. In Germany, most people are shocked that eggs are not refrigerated. They're just out in the open, not in the fridge section, because they don't have to be refrigerated. Of course, American milk sizes, and I really like to get the oat milk here because it's way cheaper than at the other stores.
In general, groceries in the US are more expensive than in Germany. According to etyas.org, the average cost for groceries in the US is about 37% higher than in Germany. And for those of you who've never seen an American grocery store before, this is what a Kroger looks like, which is the second biggest grocery store chain in the US after Walmart, and it was founded in Cincinnati. Apparently, they carry over 20,000 different products just in the grocery section, but you can also buy clothes here, household items, you name it. There's even a pharmacy inside, and many of these stores even have a Starbucks. Some of the products that are particularly expensive in the US compared to what I was used to in Germany are dairy products and especially cheeses such as feta or mozzarella, which at Kroger costs $4.99 for one of these balls, and those honestly taste awful compared to even the cheapest mozzarella in Europe. Buffalo mozzarella is at least $11. At the American Aldi, it's only $2.99 for mozzarella and $1.69 for the feta crumbles. Meanwhile, in Germany, a regular ball of mozzarella costs $1.19 and it tastes amazing, and even buffalo mozzarella is only $1.99. Let's compare a few more prices. A 3-pack of bell peppers was $2.69 in the US, and in Germany, it's kind of hard to see, but it was 99 cents for a 3-pack of just red ones and $1.29 for a mixed pack. A sack of potatoes was $1.99 in Germany and $3.49 in the US. Avocados, however, are cheaper in the US, which makes sense since they don't have to travel quite as far, 75 cents in the US and $1.19 in Germany.
Okay, so one thing that I just don't understand is that nuts are so crazy expensive in the US. Like, one of these is like $10, but even little ones like this one is like $6, almost $7. And I feel like, or like one of these, $10 for just a little bag. That's very different than in Germany.
This trail mix is only $2.89, for example, and the craziest thing is that pine nuts are only $1.79. I don't know what's up with those, but you can spend a lot of money on those in the US. They don't even sell those at Aldi here, but look at these prices on the Kroger website.
This is one of the fancy sections where they have their like fancy house brand and stuff like spreads and cornichons and filled or stuffed peppers.
Look at these tapenades and they look good. Green olive, black olive,
what is that?
Basil and cheese. It's like a spread.
Okay. Crackers.
German mustard, whole grain mustard, sweet mustard.
That's supposed to be sweet mustard. They usually have other sweet mustard that looks a little bit more accurate, but yeah. American-sized mayonnaise. And is this one like actually a brand?
Yeah.
It is, right? Yeah, that's a brand. Do they have an off-brand one? Is this their off-brand one then? Yeah. Okay, so they basically have the brand and then the off-brand here, and then you can just pick whichever you prefer.
This is the ketchup selection, and just for comparison, this is the ketchup selection at Kroger.
This is all they have in terms of Nutella, which is sad for German standards. However, of course, they have a lot of peanut butter, even though also not that much selection, but at least more selection and big guys. And then, of course, they have this line called Deutsche Küche, which during certain times of the year, we'll see if they have a few more products this time around, but usually around Oktoberfest time, for example, they have a bunch of products from Deutsche Küche, which basically just means German cuisine. And this is German sauerkraut, which of course is not usually something I buy, but they also often have like Tiefkühlbrezen, so like frozen pretzels, they'll have muesli, they'll have Erdnussflips, which isn't really a thing in the US.
And here was saying that they have the German Aldi chocolate brand here, Schokör, which I grew up with and absolutely love.
My dad always used to buy these, I think he still does. Then these, which are basically like the Aldi version of Kinderschokolade, so like with a milk filling, which I also freaking love. They have a bunch of like flavors now. And one piece of advice for next summer for everyone who likes to make s'mores, they have Hershey's here too. They sell Hershey's. Hershey's in the US, just like a lot of chocolate in the US, contains something that's called like glutamic acid. We looked it up the other day. It's basically the same acid that you can find in vomit, which is why a lot of non-Americans don't really love American chocolate.
When Timo and Steffi were here in May, we actually took, which one of these did we take? Was it these thin, like, chocolate plates by Moser Rot that you can get here at Aldi? We just got, like, the regular plain chocolate one. I don't know if they just don't have that right now. But this one is more game changer. It's the perfect thickness, way better than Hershey's, and it's way better too. So just letting you know. And then of course we got Knoppers, which I absolutely love. This is a brand, German candy brand, the best stuff. We got Werther's, and then we even have German Schogetten, which is also a brand. But of course also some American stuff. Like as I said, also Hershey's and Kit Kat. Okay, so they do actually have the German Christmas products already. So this is in the Deutsche Küche line. It's called the Winternacht line, but still like Pfeffernüsse, Zimtsterne, and they have an Almondstollen, so like a Mandelstollen. They have a Kirschstollen. I think they also usually have a regular, okay, they have a Marzipanstollen. What else? They have Lebkuchen, like Lebkuchenherzen, filled ones. This is literally kind of your standard German Lebkuchen, and you don't usually get this at American stores. This isn't something that Americans get for Christmas, so this is definitely really good for homesickness over the holidays. German Spekulatius. This is all like German stuff. Oh, this is where the Dominosteine are. These are love or hate. You either love them or hate them. I'm not the biggest fan of them. And then they even have something Dutch, the Stroopwafels, and more fancy truffles and stuff like that. What are you getting? Is that a whole like chest?
Like
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. That reminds me of like grandparents in Germany. Kaffee and Kuchen. Oh, they even have Mercis, which is also a German brand. And while the American Aldi sells German products, the German Aldi also has some products that are branded as American. And because we're in the US, you can literally also just get ibuprofen and acetaminophen at any grocery store, but also at Aldi for literally less than $2. That is one thing that is way cheaper in the US. One thing that's really expensive in the US, even at Aldi, and this is still cheaper than at Kroger or other stores or Walgreens, is any like toiletries. So body wash, for example, $7 almost. And then of course, because we're in the US, lots of disposable dishes and solo cups. Beer selection, which some of these, this one for example, is actually a German imported beer, but I think that's the only one. And of course, hard seltzers, because those are super popular in the US. And pricing is actually pretty okay, but I think there's only a 4-pack, yeah. For American standards, that's pretty okay. In Germany, you can get one bottle or a can of beer for under €1, and this Aldi brand Hefeweizen is only 45 cents, for example. And yes, they do also sell liquor. And then here's the wine selection, which they're not allowed to sell hard liquor in these kinds of stores usually, unless they have an extra license, but then it's usually in a different section. But they are, at least in Ohio, allowed to sell wine. And hey, they already also have the Christmas stuff, the Glühwein, but do they not have the regular one?
Doesn't appear so.
Man, I wonder if that's already sold out. So we get some apple Glühwein, apple punch, yeah. No, that is good. I also do like the cherry one, but...
Do you want to do that?
I don't know, maybe one bottle?
Or do you want to do both?
Yeah, kind of both.
This almost just made me throw up.
What is it?
Turkey cranberry ravioli.
But hey, they always have fancy stuff here that you don't usually see. Ooh, and these things, I think I want to buy more of these. These are so good. And then they have some fancy stuff. A cheese advent calendar. So you only get certain meats at Aldi, right?
Yeah. I don't do a lot of like deli meats. They usually do like the raw meats.
Yeah.
So ground pork, ground beef. Then I'm gonna do some chicken too. So,
Chicken here?
yeah.
Okay.
But if I get a steak, I usually try to get that at Kroger.
Yeah.
Because usually that's like a better cut. So this is a bone-in ribeye roast. So this is $7.99 a pound. That means this is $50, which sounds like a lot. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steaks.
And you already know I'm not gonna eat any of them.
No. Too bad our freezer isn't.
Something that you'll have in the freezer for years. And one thing that's very typical in German, but you hardly ever see in the US, is these type of freezers. Usually American freezers and fridges all look like that with the doors. This is kind of the traditional way that it used to look in Germany. A lot of German stores are changing that now to also the ones with the doors. But I don't know, it just kind of gives me like a feeling of home seeing these here. High quality, low prices. I always get these frozen veggies. Gotta get a few of those. Ben, come back with the cart. Boop. And then 2 of these. Okay, this is already a lot, but it's still gonna be way cheaper than like 3 items at Kroger. They also have pretty nice veggie burger patties usually, like all kinds of different kinds for not a lot of money. And now we'll get to Ben's absolute favorite part, and also my favorite part, and it's the Aldi Finds, which in German Aldis is usually set up in like Wühltische in the middle of the store. I don't know what a Wühltisch is, but I'm gonna show it to you. Here they just have it like in a regular aisle, but we've bought a lot from here. So they basically have varying offers and items here every single week, and it could be like the most random stuff, like a bunch of household items, but sometimes they'll have like camping equipment or pool stuff or projectors. In Germany, my dad used to buy there a lot. He's a huge fan of Aldi, and growing up, we literally had an Aldi brand GPS. We had an Aldi brand laptop, the very first laptop that we ever had. We had an Aldi brand skateboard, roller skates. The thing is, in most cases, it's still really good quality. So it's not really that you're just getting cheap stuff. You're getting, most of the time, really high quality stuff for low prices. And specifically for the food, I know this for sure. I could see this also be a thing for the non-food items. A lot of the brands in Germany, at least, I don't know if they do this the same way here, but the brands like Nestle, whatever, they actually make their original products, the brand version, and then the same factory, they also make the Aldi brand, the Aldi version. So it's basically the same product, it's just packaged differently and sold at a different price point. So today, what do we have? A bunch of household stuff like French press, coffee makers, cutting boards, Christmas decorations. What is this, a soap dispenser? I think so. One of these little handheld vacuums. Ooh, something for the kiddies.
A Harry Potter board game.
What is that?
I don't know. But they've already got me.
Oh.
It's actually kind of sick looking.
It looks very European.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that they actually put the Aldi logo on it.
Yeah, I know. Playing it, like, dude, that's a sick backpack.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh,
They have like a little...
we need that.
What is happening? How much is it? 12 bucks?
$12.99.
13. And then this is the food Aldi Finds, so the stuff that they don't sell all the time. Ooh. That's wild looking. Caramel corn. I love popcorn. Kettle corn too is my favorite. Now let's get to the checkout process. They did actually set up self-checkouts a few months ago, which is a very new concept for Aldi. I think they've been wanting to do that in Germany as well, but I don't think they have yet. We, however, prefer doing the regular checkout, and I also want to show it to you because it's a crazy experience. You do have to bring your own bags, or you can also purchase bags here, but you don't get them for free.
You can also take an empty cardboard box from the store to pack up your groceries, by the way. At Aldi, you won't find any baggers that pack up your groceries for you, which is common at most other grocery stores in the US, and they're known for their super fast checkouts. In Germany, people are a little more used to those and often back their things right away. In the US, the cashiers just throw everything straight into your cart and then you pack everything up at the side counters afterwards. They also have these at the German Aldi, but I always tried to pack everything up right away when I still lived there. What I really like is that I can scan my card or phone even before all of the products have been scanned, which speeds up the checkout process even more.
Okay, what do you think how much it's gonna be?
187.
What are we at right now? We're at, okay, 80. Yeah, I think you might be right, because a few expensive products are still coming over there.
No, I'm gonna be way off.
Think less?
Like 150.
150?
Total is 165.88.
Okay, we were kind of like right in the middle there.
And time to pack everything up. Oh, and they even offer delivery and curbside pickup in the US. I don't think that's an option in Germany.
By the way, store hours here are very untypical for American store hours. Most grocery stores are open at least until 10, 11, sometimes 24/7, sometimes until 1 a.m. This is actually the same as Bavarian store hours. Even some other parts of Germany have longer store hours than this. So I don't know, this definitely feels like home for me.
Load up the cart, and then return the cart to get our quarter back. By the way, at other stores in the US, it's normal to just grab a card for free, and then you can actually return them right in the parking lot, from where employees will then bring them back to the entrance of the store.
That was it, Aldi purchase accomplished. We are now moving on to Kroger, and basically what we do is we get all of our basics at Aldi, but as you saw, they don't have the biggest selection, which is usually just fine. Like, we just need the basics, and we don't need like 10 different types of ketchup. One kind is just fine. But there's always a few products, such as certain drinks, like for example, yerba mate we get at Kroger. You always get your cold brew at Kroger.
Deli meat. Some of them are like name brand things, like toaster strudels and stuff like that.
It's not healthy.
But no.
I always get things like shredded carrots, for example, at Kroger, because they just don't have shredded carrots here. So yeah, just basically everything that we can't get at Aldi, we then get at Kroger, and we usually pay about the same price there for like a teeny tiny cart.
A third of the amount.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Spoiler, this was our cart at Kroger, and it cost us over $150, so almost as much as for the huge cart at Aldi.
Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Have you ever been to Aldi, whether that was in Germany, in the US, or in another country, because they actually have stores in a lot of countries all over the world. And what was something that stood out to you? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tagging along to our weekly grocery
And if
shopping.
you guys know any other differences that we didn't see, tell us.
Let us know.
Please.
And with that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the usual. And we will see you next time. Tschüss.
See ya.